Hello friends at home, you're welcome to today's very first edition of Lisa, your favorite food scientist. And today we are going to be talking about food contamination. What is food contamination? Well, let me brush your mind a little. A lot of people they believe that once you keep your food uncovered or exposed to flies or insects, or maybe the environment is dirty, they tend to feel that their food is contaminated. That is what they know about food contamination. But actually, they are not far from the truth. It's also part of it, because food contamination simply refers to the presence of harmful chemical substances and microorganisms in our food, which can cause consumers illness. And we come across it every day in our life without even realizing, But today, I would like you to know the various classification of food contamination. Yes, we have three categories of food contamination. The first one is chemical contamination, then the physical contamination, and the microbiological contamination. Let's talk about the chemical contamination. Chemical contamination is simply the presence of harmful chemicals in our food before the food is ingested into our body. And this is very dangerous to businessmen and consumers alike. And even children, they suffer a lot from this chemical contamination. Examples of chemical contaminations are the presence of herbicides, pesticides, even this fertilizer, especially when these crops are still being on the farm. Maybe there is weevil infestation. For example, let's take beans for instance, on our farms, and farmers, as in a way of eradicating this insect, they use pesticides to control these insects on the farm. And somehow these foods are harvested from the farm, and they still stink to the food, as in like a residual chemicals on the food. And this now goes into processing or goes directly into the market. And what happens? Consumers buy them and cook them and eat. And these chemicals are sometimes difficult to completely eradicate before the food is eaten. And it is very dangerous, Now, let's talk about the physical contamination. It is simply the presence of foreign bodies in our food, which must have gotten into our food in the various stages of production. Examples of physical contaminations are the presence of hairs, as in like attachments in our food, broken bottles, pieces of bottle, pieces of plastic, pieces of clothes, and pieces of metals from equipment, during the processing stage. And by the time we eat them, we eat our food, we unconsciously eat these things into our body, and they are capable of causing a very dangerous effect on our body. Believe me, it is very, very dangerous when these things are present in our food. It affects the system, the organs in our body. And the last but not the least is the microbiological contamination. This contamination is mostly caused by bacteria, fungi, mold, virus, and toxins. Toxins are those chemical substances that are poisonous, that are produced by these microorganisms. And when they get into our system, they can cause serious damages. So we have to be very careful the way we handle our food, even in the kitchen, even in the food manufacturing companies. I mean, during food processing, food preservation, we have to take a very precautionary measures the way we handle our food. So I believe you have learned a lot in this our very first edition, and believe me, in our next episode we are going to be talking about the precautions or ways of preventing food contamination. Looking forward to seeing you. Bye.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for watching. That's Lisa, the food scientist, and meet Bumilin. I'm happy hosting this show for you guys. Yeah, if you have any question you want, you could just enter the chat button, ask any question. My scientists will be here to answer any question relating to food studies. Thank you all, guys. Have a nice day. Have a beautiful night. Take care of yourself. You guys should stay safe outside. We love you always. Okay, bye.
Bye.